I'm coming, not to demand your heart, but to patiently wait until you open your doors with trust. Open your doors slowly. Sometimes healing takes time, but every moment of waiting is worth it. I'm coming with all my broken pieces, hoping your door will open wide enough to hold them. Open your doors and discover the magic that happens when two hesitant souls finally say yes. I'm coming, carrying every unspoken word and silent prayer whispered in the stillness of the night. Open your doors. The most beautiful moments happen when we choose courage over fear. I'm coming with the quiet strength of someone who believes love can break any barrier. Open your doors and step into the light. I'm here, ready to walk beside you forever. I'm coming to meet you where you are, knowing that the journey starts the moment you open your doors. Open your doors, not just to me, but to the possibility of rediscovering your own heart. I'm coming because sometimes all we need is someone brave enough to knock on the door of our souls. Open your doors with faith. I am coming with a heart full of hope and hands ready to hold. I am coming not to rush your healing, but to honor every step you take toward opening your doors. Open your doors and let the world see the strength that lies beneath your fragile exterior. I am coming with a heart wide open, hoping your doors open just enough to let me in. Open your doors and find me waiting with patience, ready to listen to every story you've hidden. I am coming to remind you that no door is too heavy when opened with love and trust. Open your doors because behind every locked door is a chance for new beginnings and endless hope. I'm coming with a quiet determination, ready to stand by you as you open doors long closed. Open your doors. Sometimes the hardest part is asking for help. But I'm here to answer. Love you through the cracks in your closed doors. Open your doors and breathe deeply. I'm here to help carry your burdens when you're ready. I'm coming with the belief that even the smallest crack in a door can let in the brightest light. Open your doors and let me in together. We can face whatever storms have kept you inside. I'm coming not to change you, but to remind you of the love you've always deserved behind those doors. Open your doors slowly. Every moment of hesitation is a step toward the freedom you crave. Open your doors and find me there, ready to walk with you through every fear and every hope. I'm coming because sometimes the greatest love stories begin with the simple act of opening a door. Open your doors. It's in vulnerability that we find the true meaning of strength. I'm coming with open arms and an open heart, ready to meet you exactly where you are. Open your doors and see me, standing there, not as a stranger, but as a friend who never left. I'm coming with a heart full of patience, knowing that true connection waits for the right moment. Open your doors and take a chance. Sometimes the greatest risks bring the greatest rewards. I am coming to remind you that love doesn't force open doors. It waits with quiet hope. Open your doors. It's the first step toward healing, toward joy, toward the life you deserve. I am coming with the belief that even the most guarded hearts can find peace behind open doors. Open your doors and breathe. I'm here to share your burdens and lighten your load. I'm coming with every heartbeat synchronized to the rhythm of your unlocked doors. Open your doors slowly, gently. I am coming with a love that respects your pace. I am coming to remind you that the door to happiness opens from the inside out. Open your doors sometimes. What you've been waiting for is just on the other side. I am coming with a steady heart and patient hands, ready to hold whatever you reveal. Open your doors and let me be the light that breaks through your darkest fears. Open your doors. Vulnerability is the key that unlocks the deepest connections. I'm coming with a spirit unbroken, ready to share hope and healing beyond your closed doors. Open your doors and let me in. Together, we can turn pain into purpose. I am coming with the quiet courage that love demands when waiting outside your door. Open your doors. The future we dream of begins the moment you say yes to new beginnings. I'm coming to stand by you, no matter how many doors you've closed in fear or pain. Open your doors and find me, waiting with an unshakable faith in what's to come. I am coming not as a savior, but as a fellow traveler, ready to walk the path beside you. I'm coming not just to stand at your door, but to remind you that every open door leads to healing. Open your doors and let the walls that once trapped you fall away with every step I take inside. I'm coming with a heart full of stories, hoping yours is ready to be heard beyond those closed doors. Open your doors to the possibility that what you fear most is the very thing you need. I'm coming to stand beside you in the quiet moments when the world feels too heavy to face alone. Open your doors and see me waiting, a gentle reminder that you're never truly alone in this. I'm coming with a patient spirit, ready to meet you where you are, even if it takes a lifetime. Open your doors and take a breath. I'm here to share the weight you've carried silently for so long. I'm coming not to change your story, but to listen deeply to every chapter you've kept hidden. Open your doors and let me in so together we can find strength in vulnerability. Now, coming with quiet footsteps and a heart full of hope, waiting for your moment to say, coming. Open your doors, because sometimes love begins with the courage to invite someone new inside. I'm coming with a promise that no matter how long you wait, I will be here when you open your doors. Open your doors and let the light in. It's brighter than you remember, and I'm coming with it. I'm coming to remind you that the hardest walls to break down are the ones we build inside ourselves. Open your doors and take my hand. Together, we can step into a future filled with possibility. I'm coming with open arms and a heart ready to catch every piece of you. You're ready to share. Open your doors, even if just a crack. Sometimes that's all it takes for love to find its way. I'm coming to stand patiently, knowing that opening your doors is an act of bravery. Open your doors and find me there, ready to walk beside you through every fear and every hope. I'm coming with the understanding that some doors take longer to open, and that's okay. I'm coming to remind you that love doesn't rush. It waits with quiet, steady patience. Open your doors and let me be the safe place where your heart can finally rest. I'm coming with every step, carrying the weight of hope, faith, and the future yet to be written. Open your doors slowly. Healing is a journey, and I'm here for every step you take. I'm coming not to demand your attention, but to offer presence that waits with kindness. Open your doors because sometimes the greatest courage is in simply saying yes to possibility. I'm coming with a heart ready to love the parts of you that have been left in the shadows. Open your doors and let the silence between us turn into conversations full of understanding. I'm coming to remind you that every locked door is just a moment waiting to be transformed. Open your doors and take the chance to rediscover the light that's always been inside you. I'm coming with a quiet hope that when you open your doors, you'll find peace waiting. Open your doors and step into the unknown. I'm coming to walk beside you through it all. I'm coming not as a savior, but as someone willing to hold space for your journey. Open your doors and feel the weight lift. Sometimes, all it takes is one invitation. I'm coming with patience, with understanding, and a heart that knows waiting is love too. Open your doors and find me there, ready to build something real from the cracks and the scars. I'm coming with a promise that no matter what's behind your doors, I'll stand by you. Open your doors. The moment you do, you invite the possibility of joy, healing, and hope. I'm coming with every breath, every heartbeat, hoping to cross the threshold of your trust. Open to cross the threshold of your trust. Your doors slowly and gently. I'm here to stay, not to rush or demand. I'm coming to remind you that sometimes the biggest step forward is opening the door to yourself. Open your doors and let me in. I'm ready to listen, to hold, and to love you fully. I'm coming with hands ready to catch you if you fall, and a heart ready to lift you higher. Open your doors and find me waiting with quiet courage and a love that's patient and kind. I'm coming because behind every closed door is a story waiting to be told. And I want to hear yours. Open your doors and breathe deeply. Sometimes the first breath is the hardest, but also the most freeing. I am coming to remind you that even in the darkest moments, there's light waiting behind your doors. Open your doors and let the walls that keep you locked inside crumble in the warmth of connection. I'm coming with a steady heart, ready to walk beside you through every shadow and every light. Open your light doors and take my hand. Together, we'll find the strength to face whatever comes next. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment, one knock, one breath before everything changes. What if the person you've been waiting for is already on the doorstep, but you just haven't opened the door yet? The hardest step isn't coming in, it's letting someone in. Doors don't open themselves. Someone has to want to walk through them. You won't know how much you needed this moment until you open the door and step inside. Every door you keep closed is a chance you refuse to take. When I say I'm coming, it's not just footsteps. It's hope echoing in the silence. Open the door, not just for me, but for the chance of something new. Sometimes the universe knocks louder than ever, begging you to open up. I'm coming. Open your doors, because behind me lies the hope you've been searching for in every silent moment. Me, the world outside waits anxiously when you hesitate behind closed doors. Open them, and life flows in. Every step I take toward your door carries the weight of promises, unspoken and dreams still alive. Open your doors. I'm coming not just with hands ready to hold, but with a heart willing to heal. The quiet knocks on your door are not just sounds. They are the beginnings of stories yet told. If your heart is the home, then open your doors. I'm coming to bring light where shadows linger. I'm coming with memories stuck beneath my skin, hoping your door opens to welcome the past and the future. Open your doors and watch how the universe rearranges itself, bringing what you've longed for inside. Doors closed today don't have to be locked forever. I'm coming to remind you that vulnerability is strength. Behind every door is a universe of possibilities. Open yours and let me in, and let's discover them together. I am coming not to change you, but to walk beside you through every threshold of life's unpredictable journey. There is courage in opening doors, more than standing strong behind them. I'm coming to share that courage. When you finally open your doors, you'll find me there, ready to catch every dream you drop. I'm coming with patience as my guide, waiting for the moment your door creaks open, wide with hope. Open your doors. Every heartbeat outside is a reminder that you're never truly alone. I'm coming with all my imperfections, hoping your door opens wide enough to see beyond the surface. No matter how many doors close in your past, open this one. I'm coming with new beginnings. When you open your doors, you invite more than me. You invite healing, growth, and endless possibilities. I'm coming to remind you that the strongest walls crumble when someone dares to knock with love. Open your door slowly, carefully, because what waits beyond could be the start of something extraordinary. I am coming not to rush, but to wait patiently as you unlock the door to your own heart. Open your doors and step into the light. I am coming to walk with you beyond the shadows. Every door I approach carries the hope that this time you'll open it with trust and courage. I am coming not as a stranger, but as the echo of every whispered hope you ever had. Open your doors. Open your doors. The journey isn't about who's outside, but who. I'm coming with the promise that when you open your doors, you don't have to face the world alone. Open your doors and find me standing there, holding the pieces of a love that's waited patiently. I'm coming not to push or force, but to be the quiet presence that waits until you say, "Come in," is exactly what you need the most. I'm coming through the silence, through the hesitation. All I need is one chance to step inside. Open your doors and breathe. I'm coming to remind you that hope is always just outside the frame. I'm coming with stories to share, dreams to build, and a heart ready to mend what's broken. When you open your doors, you're not just welcoming me. You're welcoming the possibility of joy again. I am coming to be the one who sees your hidden scars and loves you more because of them. Open your doors. Even when it's hard, the greatest connections happen when we take that leap. I'm coming with the faith that love is patient enough to wait behind every locked door. Open your doors and find me there. Not perfect, but perfectly ready to walk beside you. I'm come to break through the silence with the loudest whisper of, I'm here for you. Open your doors. It's in those moments of vulnerability that the deepest bonds. I am Vishi Gyundandog are farm and Kisham Dan.